You know that 80% of land in South Africa belongs to the white people. White people are the one enjoying life in South Africa, living expensive life. But South Africans say that another black Africans who came to South Africa to hustle are the problem of South Africa. Living people who make life uncomfortable for them. Are you seeing how white people are enjoying life in South Africa? But inside South Africa, look at what South Africans are doing to another black African people who came to South Africa. But look at what they are doing.
Did you know that 70% of South African land is owned by white people? All white South Africans? And if you didn't know the history, the way how that came about is because during obviously colonization, stuff like that, there was the white settlers. They came from, like, they were Dutch, like Netherlands area. Now the black South Africans, like farmland, obviously farm mixed produce, they own, I think, 4%.
Young black people cannot get the bank loan to buy property, while young white people can.
Hi, Sanbanan.
Now South Africans, they must be the most funny people around the globe. How funny it is. Now in South Africa, 80% of the land belongs to the white South Africans. The economy is controlled.
Hello everyone, how are you guys doing today? Let's talk about this little clip. The white South Africans are the one enjoying the real life in South Africa. That's why when you go to Cape Town looks like the most beautiful country in the city in the world is Cape Town. Who are those managing Cape Town? Who are those controlling Cape Town? The white people. The other city in South Africa being controlled by black South Africa. That's why it looks the way it looks, because it's being controlled by black people. The black people cannot manage anything. That's why the white South Africa says, no, this place is looking like this because it is being managed by us. We want this place to be ours. We don't want black South Africans. When anyone wants to come in, they will need passport to come here in your own country. The only thing the black South Africans will do, like, oh no, it will never happen. It will never happen. It will never happen. And what is going to stop them if they want to make it happen? You guys, the only thing for them is just to make sure that month they give free alcohol. You people will just kill yourself here. The black South Africans are going to kill themselves on. You guys are just going to kill. You say, oh, Nigerians keep insulting us. It's 96% of our land is being owned by. Of course, 96% of your land. You people are tenants in your country. You're renting for the white people. If these white people wake up today and say, chase you people out of your country, where will you guys go to? If they chase you out of their property, where will you guys go to? In your village? There's nothing there. Everything in your country are owned by farmers. And today you feel like the black people are your problem. You see the black today that they are the problem of South Africa. How is a black man that is hungry like you guys be the problem of you guys? Crime, high rate of crime committed in South Africa. High rate. The white control everything in your country, and you're still having problem with black South Africa. You're still having problem with black Africans. See, if you not change, if you guys do not change, anyway, guys, if you're new on this channel, you haven't subscribed, take a look and watch this video.
Of the land, despite being 80% of the population. Now, what that means, that small minority, obviously, this is not racism. It's just showing the breakdown. The white settlers, they own kind of a large share of the wealth and land. Now, obviously, I know we've all seen the protests against, immigration. I think social media is exacerbating what it is. I think it's a small part. A majority of South Africa isn't really for that, but only 5 to 7% of South Africa is immigrants. And so what I take, which is just what the whole world is kind of seeing, when you see those people that they're working hard, the immigrants, they are making money. They're making money for less, so they're more willing to take less money. Many people will think that they're the reason for the economic downfall of themselves, when really, if you look at it and take a step back on the wider scheme of things, there has been a clear, for hundreds of years, inequality that you see with the wealth in South Africa due to linking it to colonization. Anyways, I found that interesting. It's not to put hate. I didn't know that amount of land was still owned, whereas people are focusing. I don't know. I think that's something to focus on more than immigrants. I don't know.
I said, let me take into this conversation because it is a fact. In South Africa, we are still being discriminated as black people. The whites are still leading and dominating the country. Apartheid still exists in South Africa until today. The opportunities we are being excluded from. So I was married to a French national who was younger than me, and he earned less than me, right? He is still younger than me. He was not even having a permanent resident permit at that time in South Africa. We applied for a home loan, okay? At first, we got declined because I was the one putting all the documents in front and stuff like that. And then after that, I said to him, listen, how about you apply? Because I've heard, white people get more favored. He applied for the same house with less income than I was. And guess what? We got the loan. We got the loan. If you would check, I have record, I can prove. My home loan was in the name of a foreign national. For your information, a foreign national who earned less than me, but simply because he was white, he got preferred over me, a black South African woman who earned way more than him, almost 3 times what he was earning. Simply because I was black, I couldn't get the loan. So this thing, it's an existing fact. I can prove it. I can bring, even himself, he doesn't like it, he didn't like it, he was shocked of all these inequalities and the fact that the interest rate for black people is always high. They are saying, oh no, we are high risk and high risk. No, that's not true. We are the same. Black people and white people, there is no difference. If you are young, you go out, you have fun, or whatever, white kids do the same. But because the color of our skin is what discriminates us. So if our government is willing to fix it, they will fix it. But I don't think they will. Because anyway, our government doesn't rule this country, for your information.
By the white South African, the jobs that the black South Africans are crying about foreigners taking is created by the white South Africans. These black South Africans, they accept oppression, they accept slavery, because if they did not able to identify this problem, as I'm telling you now, they accept this problem. They want to be under the white man. Like they want to be the one working for the white man instead of those African immigrants that actually came to South Africa. So how comes you people are in that country, you are unable to create jobs on your own? You are South Africans. You have the opportunity. Why are you crying? Open factories, all of these things. These immigrants that are coming from Africa might be working for you, the blacks and the whites in South Africa. But no. And I also saw a video where a group of black South Africans attacked a few white South Africans. And at the end, the group of blacks ran away from the few white South Africans. So this is how funny they are. So if you can't even identify your problem, how can you even solve it? But instead of you to actually face the real problem, no, you don't do it. You are trying to find a place where you can ease your problem, which is very simple for you to attack the people that don't have power in your country, which is the Africans that are coming in South Africa. Like any other human being, they go about their daily lives, working in factories, creating their own small shops, to be sufficient. They don't own land. They live on rent. Use that same anger facing the government or facing those white South Africans that actually own the country. You are wasting your time, because even if those Africans leave that country, you still remain in the same position. Nothing will change because the problem is still there. The problem has not been identified. Look at Cape Town. People that came from Europe went to Cape Town for holidays or project. Now their visas has been finished, but they're still in Cape Town in South Africa. They are there now illegally. Now white South Africans and whites are there claiming them certain areas where blacks cannot go. Not even you, the black South Africans. So which type of solution are you looking about? You are not even looking at the problem. So not to talk of your solution. It is what it is. You follow for more facts and updates.